blankets and cozy throws starting at $9.99. Plus, get it faster with store pickup at Macy's.
Colbert and Letterman, new Monday on CBS.
Television's biggest show keeps getting bigger.
They finished what they started.
Yellowstone, Sunday after 60 Minutes on CBS.
People can get into trouble out here.
Welcome to Australia.
It has got a certain ring to it.
A new NCIS Sydney, Tuesday, 8/7 Central on CBS.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the suspect in Monday's shooting in Houghton faces a murder charge and is denied bond. Tonight, what's next for Evan Dixon? Plus, a U.S.-based company provides humanitarian relief to Ukrainians. We'll show you how. And getting a car checkup before you hit the road for Thanksgiving travel. What mechanics say is most important to keep an eye on. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Well, it was nice while it lasted, but it looks like we're heading back into normal fall conditions. So how cool will we be tonight?
Super cool.
Always.
Well, not right, exactly. We're not going to be exactly like frigid out there, but we'll be in those 30-degree temperatures. Mostly clear skies across the UP. Could be a little bit gusty up there in Houghton, but again, we are expecting these winds to calm down, especially after this evening. Next week, windy. We've got chances of winter weather on the way. It's going to be very cold. So as Sarah mentioned, get out there this weekend and enjoy these fall temps. Got more on the way after the break.
Thank you very much, Ariane. A Houghton man faces a first-degree premeditated murder charge in the shooting death of a man at a local bar on Monday. 59-year-old Evan Dixon was formally charged with first-degree premeditated murder and a felony weapons charge in Houghton County District Court today. He was also denied bond. Police say he fatally shot 53-year-old Theron Duncan at the Douglas House bar Monday evening. Details surrounding the events leading up to the shooting were not disclosed in court today. District Court Judge Nicholas Davatilla disqualified himself from presiding over the case due to a past working relationship with Dixon. The State Court Administrative Office is actively seeking another judge. The State Attorney General's office is currently handling the prosecution until Houghton County's new prosecutor is officially sworn in on December 4th. Dixon is due back in court December 8th. In Washington, February will mark 2 years since Russia invaded Ukraine. As the Ukrainians continue to fight back, some U.S. companies are giving them a fighting chance. Now these companies are sharing with each other how they can help Ukraine too. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports from the White House.
Jim Berlin, founder and CEO of Logistics Plus, an Erie, Pennsylvania-based company, has had offices in Ukraine for 7 years. Ever since Russia invaded Ukraine, his company has not only helped his Ukrainian employees, but Ukraine too.
From day one, we've been supporting the country with Starlinks and with humanitarian goods and with support anywhere we can. We're delivering a lot of energy products to the government of Ukraine to keep their gas flowing, to keep heat on in the winter, and that's been very successful in spite of all the obstacles, the war, and just kind of hard getting things there. But we've managed to deliver 48 million pounds of pipe for gas lines. So kind of, and we're one of the few people actually doing it. A lot of people are talking about it. How do we get into Ukraine? Typical of us, we kind of just go in and figure it out, and it's been very successful.
All of their efforts have not gone unnoticed. Berlin was invited to D.C. for a CEO roundtable at the Chamber of Commerce, sharing their work on Ukraine's reconstruction efforts.
We're a small Erie company, and there's all these big giant companies there, but we're small but mighty.
Berlin shared with other CEOs how Logistics Plus handles obstacles in Ukraine and navigating with a system that is different from the West. But it's an effort worth fighting for.
I think they were intrigued because I see a lot of them are saying, give us guidance on how to get into the government. And that'll take some time, and it's tricky.
While companies like Logistics Plus continue to support Ukraine, support from D.C. is up in the air. President Biden is still urging Congress to approve an additional aid package to Ukraine. That request faces an uphill battle in the Republican majority House, where more members are growing hesitant to send additional aid to Ukraine. At the White House, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Thanksgiving is less than a week away, and fire departments are reminding everyone about hazards during the holiday season. Every year, fire departments respond to fires from people deep frying turkeys before they're completely thawed. Firefighters say deep frying should always be done outdoors and away from your home. They also say keeping your cooking space clean and tidy is vital to avoiding fires and other mishaps.
That's going to be monitored at all times. If you're going to be having some extra guests in the home, maybe some small children, make sure you turn those handles in on the top of the stove so that curious hands don't reach up and grab something and pull it down on themselves.
Another major issue around this time of year is hanging decorations in an unsafe manner. The fire department recommends having someone with you while you're decorating high places or when you're using a ladder in case of a fall. In less than a week, many of us will be traveling for Thanksgiving. AAA says millions of us. Sloan Wick shares what to know before you head out for the holiday.
No matter if you're driving or flying this year, AAA says to leave early, plan ahead, and get ready for holiday travel.
In Wisconsin, we're also looking at rusted areas, linings.
There's a lot that can go wrong with your car.
Connections, fittings to make sure all the springs in the car is working properly.
Those risks can go up if you're headed out on a long drive for the holidays.
And anytime that you have an increased volume of people on the roads, you're going to have a greater chance of those incidents happening. So we're expecting to rescue well over 350,000 people nationwide during just that weekend.
But there are things you can do now to make sure you're never in that position.
Having your car brought in for an inspection is ideal if you can, where they can look at your tires, your battery, all the belts and hoses.
The best things that I can tell you to get your car prepared for a road trip right now are to make sure that your windshield washer fluids are filled. Your fluid levels are checked and inspected.
One thing that you might not think to get checked but could save your life is literally right in front of you.
You can see this surface has started to discolor and cloud. It's a great idea to polish your headlights. Up here we get corrosion and you get a cloudiness that really affects, and with daylight savings time affecting that as well, it's darker that much earlier.
While this is an inexpensive tip, car maintenance can get pricey, but there is good news for your wallet this Thanksgiving.
Gas prices are pretty low right now. We've seen them steadily falling over the last 5-6 weeks. Airfares are up a little bit, but only about 5%.
No matter if you're in the sky or on the roads, Olson says it's important to remember the true meaning of the holiday and stay kind.
What I also tell people is to be patient, not just with us as facilities. We're all very, very, very busy. We're all trying to get there.
AAA says Thanksgiving Day itself will likely be the least congested day for traffic, but if you need to leave on another day, AAA recommends doing it in the morning when there will be less traffic than in the afternoon. The city of Hancock is getting in the holiday spirit next week with a visit from St. Nick himself. The Hancock Business Association is partnering with the city for Miracle on Quincy Street. It's next Friday, November 24th on the Quincy Green. The community will get to meet Santa as he leads the tree lighting ceremony and enjoy some hot chocolate and live music starting at 6 p.m. The city says it's a 50-year tradition that makes the holidays that much more special.
Allow bad weather to get us down. If we did that, we wouldn't do anything, right? So weather is not going to keep us down for this event. We're going to have it. If we have some snowflakes, that's awesome. That'll get us in the Christmas spirit, right?
The Hancock DDA says Quincy Street will be closed for the event from 5:30 to 8:30 for the parade and festivities. From a state forest in West Virginia to the grounds of our nation's capital, the Capitol Christmas tree has arrived and is standing very tall. WZMQ's Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon was there for its arrival and tells us more about the 63-foot Norway spruce.
It's looking a bit more like the holidays on the grounds of the U.S. Capitol. Over 2 weeks after its harvesting from the Monongahela National Forest, the People's Tree has made it to the People's House.
We had field-going staff out looking for a tree that met the architect of the Capitol's stipulations, 60 to 80 foot tall, perfectly cone shaped, pretty, and 360 degrees because it gets placed right in the middle of the lawn. Yes, yeah.
Amy Albright is the project manager for the 2023 U.S. Capitol Christmas tree. She says the 8,000-pound tree made 19 stops on its journey from West Virginia to Washington.
And we stopped in communities all along the way where people could celebrate this tree and see it off and see it on its way to Washington, D.C., where it becomes the people's tree in front of the people's house.
Crews spent much of the morning moving the 63-foot Norway spruce from the road down here all the way up Capitol grounds, moving it toward a large hole that has been dug out. The tree will be hoisted up, placed in that hole, and filled with concrete to solidify it so it's nice and sturdy for the holidays. The first Capitol Christmas tree provided by the U.S. Forest Service also came from the Monongahela National Forest in 1970. Over 50 years later, the annual tradition is still planting the holiday spirit and even bringing unlikely companions together, with even the Grinch feeling the holiday spirit.
Do you have any problems with the Grinch? Was he cooperating? No, the Grinch, I told him he had to be on good behavior today, so he was very good. He was very good on that. We didn't want to upset anybody.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Crews spent most of today sprucing up the tree before it's decorated with as many as 10,000 handmade ornaments, all from recycled and natural materials. A lighting ceremony will be held on November 28th. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus when you can check out a bazaar this weekend at a church in Harvey. And the Negaunee teenager who's managing her own boutique. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
New Monday. For the first time, David Letterman returns to the Ed Sullivan Theater. Colbert and Letterman, Monday on CBS.
Escanaba and Delta County, home to beautiful beaches, Lake Michigan, lighthouses, pretty parks, and great people. It's why so many are proud to say, this is home. I'm Lily Simmons. I'll show you what's happening here every day. In your schools, your communities, and businesses. Sharing what makes this area so special.
Lily Simmons reports from Delta County. Weeknights at 6 and 11. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. That's because at John's Auto, communication is the key to service. When we have your car, you can expect to be updated on what's going on. And Craig here will explain repairs in terms I even understand, and I'm only 9. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle in Marquette County.
John's Auto Marquette.
Who'll be there when there are voices that need to be heard? Who'll be there when amazing rises up or a need for a warning comes falling down? Who'll be our ears and our eyes? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Whether it's on air or behind the scenes, there's a world of opportunities waiting for you. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasek.
Well, today out at the National Weather Service station just outside of the city of Marquette, they recorded a high of 38 degrees, low of 31, not breaking any records, and that's okay. Right now, our temperatures are in that 25 to 35 degree range, a little bit warmer over there on the northwest coast. And then we'll see those temperatures drop a little bit this weekend, but not as drastically as next weekend. Right now, winds primarily coming out of the west, southwest, and again, those gusts slowing on down. We're expecting fairly mild conditions as far as temps and precipitation and wind this weekend. Warmer sunshine is expected on Saturday. We'll see some sunshine also on Sunday, but cooler temperatures for those highs for the most part. So precipitation, I mentioned fairly mild conditions. We don't really have a whole lot going on as far as current radar. As you saw, there were a little bit of flurries there on that northeast portion of the UP, which is where we'll expect any precipitation this weekend for now. As you can see here on Saturday at 7 a.m., maybe some rain showers in the afternoon. Everyone else, though, nice and sunny, a few clouds here and there. And then on Sunday morning, those morning clouds expected to clear on out. If we do see any winter storm coming through on next week, it's going to be along that north coast line. I've got my eye on it for you, though. Saturday, maybe a great day to take a dog out on a walk if you don't want to clean up the rest of those leaves. Temperatures in Iron River, that high expected to be close to 46, 48 degrees. And then maybe some breezes there middle of the day, but nothing gusting you off the road. Tomorrow, the highs in that 40-degree range, like we mentioned, 48 here in Marquette, 49 down there in Escanaba. Everyone else kind of sandwiched in between, other than Menominee, seeing 50s. Turkey dressing. What are we expecting next week for that holiday? Cold temps, snowy conditions, and that wind is going to be returning. So, good reminder to check that you've got your winter gear clothing-wise, as well as your shovels and snowblowers ready to go. Taking a look at our 7-day for Marquette this weekend, like we've talked about, fairly dry. And then Monday night, we could see that rain-snow mix starting to move in. Tuesday, those temperatures drop to 40. And then looking ahead to Wednesday, we are getting very chilly out there, blustery conditions as well. Possible snow here in Marquette. We could see that also on Thanksgiving. I've got your 7-day outlook for Escanaba, as well as a couple of reminders about Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Air. A Church's Women's Club in Harvey is getting ready for its biggest event of the year. The Women's Club of St. Louis the King Church in Harvey spent the day preparing for their annual Fall Bazaar fundraiser. The bazaar has been a tradition for over 25 years and features vendors, a rummage sale, and a turkey dinner. This year, there will be over 40 vendors selling a variety of homemade items. The Women's Club treasurer says the bazaar is not just for the church, but for the whole community.
Brings the whole community together as people from all over the Marquette County area come to participate or are vendors, and then it helps us fund some of the ministries here at our church, and those ministries aren't just for people within our parish, also for people in the community.
The bazaar starts at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning with the turkey lunch at 11:30. A new restaurant is officially open in Marquette Township. Panera Bread officially opened its doors yesterday morning, but cut the ribbon today. It's the UP's first Panera Bread. The opening line spanned around the building, with customers starting to line up around 11 p.m. the night before. Panera offered free bagels and cream cheese to the first 100 customers in line. The ribbon cutting ceremony officially welcomed Panera Bread to the local business commerce.
Coming in around 4 o'clock in the morning, and I think there was a line all the way around the building before open. The community really showed up, and it was an incredibly exciting day for my whole team and just overall.
And there is still a chance to win some small prizes throughout tomorrow, like free bagels, cookies, and tumblers. A 19-year-old from Negaunee is proving teens can do anything they set their mind to. Savannah Savenis opened Modern Drift Boutique on the corner of US 41 and Teal Lake Avenue in May. The store offers dresses, lotions, and a variety of local handmade jewelry and other seasonal items. Savenis says running a store while being a college student has been challenging, but interacting with the community has made it worth it.
Really good. I've really been enjoying all the people. I love Negaunee. It's super special place. I feel like everybody knows each other and it's just super friendly.
Modern Drift Boutique is open noon to 6 Tuesday through Thursday, 11 to 6 on Fridays, and 10 to 4 on Saturdays. An annual raffle in Dickinson County is benefiting survivors of domestic violence. Last night's Ladies' Night in Iron Mountain kicked off the 12th annual raffle that gives it all back to the Caring House. The raffle is put on by Grayson & Company Jewelers. It features 12 prize baskets this year. Tickets are just $1 each, and there are special rates for extra tickets. Grayson & Company's owner says it's something the whole community can take pride in.
Every year we go around to local businesses and
they contribute so much. I mean, our community puts so much into this. Thousands, really. I mean, it's about $7,000 worth of raffle prizes this year, which is insane.
The raffle ends on November 30th. We have the details at WZMQ19.com. The Ute Brigadis has another recipe for us tonight, and she is combining a couple of recipes she showed us earlier this month.
Hi. Remember the potato patty, Dean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make eggs Benedict. So the one thing about eggs Benedict, if you have to make a hollandaise sauce, which isn't really that hard, you take 2 egg yolks, a squirt of lemon, and you put it over a pan like this with water, right? You don't never want the water to touch the bowl, or it will turn into scrambled eggs. You whisk, whisk, whisk. You melt about 5 tablespoons of butter, and you add it very slowly, and you want to make sure that your yolks are hot, like warm from whisking them. And then it's going to look like this, see? And hollandaise sauce will hold for like an hour, but if you see it starting to get thick, just add like a tiny bit of very, very hot water to it. But this is the way I'm doing eggs Benedict. So we're gonna have this potato patty, and I got some Volwurst cheddar wurst here. You ate yours, hey, and you thought it was really good, hey?
Yes, I did.
Now look at our perfect poached egg that I showed you how to do
It's a beauty.
a couple weeks ago. Look at how gorgeous. I'm gonna put a little salt on it. And then we're gonna take our sauce, which this sauce has been sitting here, so hopefully it's gonna spread really nice on the egg. You gotta kind of jiggle it off the spoon. And I put some cayenne in this too because, hey Dean, we like everything with a little heat. You can see it should like flow more, but you know, I think it looks pretty good. And then we're gonna put a little bit of our little chives on this. And of course I like pepper. Look at how good that looks. Let me grab a fork. Look at. Do you like it, Dean? Watch this. Perfect. Give it a try. And I'm calling this Upper Eggs Benedict. Keep smiling.
Still ahead tonight, some of the lesser known complications with diabetes. One woman shares her story of vision issues from her diagnosis.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, Olympic champ Tara Lipinski is here.
Now we have a baby
Now
girl.
you have a baby girl.
One of my friends made a duplicate outfit.
This is so precious.
My name is Nicholas Santa Claus.
Lil Real Howard is in the house. I love it.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, Monday at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6. Everyone loves the Great Lakes. They make you feel like dancing. A great place to celebrate is at Marquette's Maritime Museum, but your help is needed. The museum's roof needs to be replaced to preserve history for future generations. So kick up your heels and help by donating today. Simply go to WZMQ19.com and hit the Raise the Roof link. A public service message from the New Attitudes Dance Studios, the Marquette Maritime Museum, and WZMQ 19.
When two celebrity-led teams
What is this?
face off
It's a Harley-drawn swan.
in a game of quick draw, it's fast-paced family fun for all. Pictionary. Every weekday.
Pictionary, weekdays at 9 on WZMQ CBS. Watch WZMQ 19 News wherever you are, whenever you're ready. Subscribe to the 19 News channel on YouTube. award-winning WZMQ 19 News. Live and local with Sarah Blakely.
November is Diabetes Awareness Month. One of the many complications that may accompany a diagnosis, vision problems can be one of the most frustrating. But awareness and new treatment methods are improving quality of life. Naomi Ruckham shares one woman's experience and her hope for the future.
Donna Brathwaite was diagnosed with diabetes after pregnancy more than 2 decades ago. But it wasn't until 2020 that she noticed her vision starting to change.
I started to see like spots. My vision was cloudy and scary.
She was quickly referred to Dr. Yasha Modi, Associate Professor of Ophthalmology at NYU Grossman School of Medicine. Her diagnosis, an advanced form of diabetic retinopathy, a condition that can lead to severe vision impairment and even blindness if left untreated.
She had something called proliferative diabetic retinopathy, had bleeding in the eyes, and had diabetic macular edema.
Diabetic retinopathy affects nearly 40% of patients with type 2 diabetes, and rates of follow-up are lower for racial minorities. When caught in time and with laser treatments and injections, patients like Donna can retain their eyesight.
The crazy part about diabetic retinopathy is it's entirely preventable. And I tell all of my patients, if you just show up every single time that I'm asking you to show up, you will never go blind from diabetic retinopathy.
Telemedicine is now an important tool in helping diabetics who face vision impairment. Remote imaging can help screen for signs, even when patients can't make it in to visit with their doctor. Donna makes her appointments her priority.
The results have been phenomenal.
She hopes other diabetics can see themselves in her story and share her outlook on life.
Doctors recommend diabetics see their ophthalmologist at least once a year. Maintaining stable blood sugar and blood pressure levels can also reduce the risk of developing diabetic retinopathy. In other health news, researchers at MIT are developing a new ultrasound patch that can measure how full your bladder is. They say the patch can help patients with bladder or kidney issues more easily track whether those organs are functioning properly. The new technology can image organs in the body without an ultrasound operator or need for a gel. Developers say such devices could potentially lead to earlier detection of cancers that form deep within the body, like ovarian cancer. New research published by the American Psychological Association finds high levels of maternal stress are linked to behavioral problems for some children. The study found that psychological distress during pregnancy raised the risk for aggressive and impulsive behaviors for offspring during childhood and teen years. Doctors say this finding highlights the need for more accessible mental health care and support for pregnant women. And a new report from the CDC and World Health Organization shows measles cases and deaths have risen significantly since 2021. Doctors say the increases are not unexpected because vaccination rates for the measles have been dropping. They hope this report will motivate more people to get the measles vaccine. We'll feel more like fall this weekend. Cooler temperatures still fairly clear for the most part, and Ariane lets us know when the precipitation returns. And a sea turtle gets to go back home, why he spent some time in a rehab facility, in our final story after this short break.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new Pocket Hose Copper Bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow. And when you turn off the water, away it goes. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, 3 times stronger than the other hoses. And I love the oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Get the super light 25-foot pocket hose copper bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our Turbo Shot adjustable nozzle absolutely free. This is an exclusive advanced release of our 2024 edition pocket hose. Order now.
Call 1-800-750-5781 or visit copperbullethose.com. So call 1-800-750-5781 now.
Have you joined the switch to 19 News? More people are turning to WZMQ 19 for great stories. From Marquette to Iron Mountain, Escanaba and Lansing, and Washington, D.C. The only place you'll see Sarah Blakely and Ariane Stasic, plus Jim Koski, Carl Bonak, and Megan O'Connor. Thank you for making 19 News your go-to news station. Watch and discover the difference. Weeknights at 6 and 11. WZMQ 19 News.
BTV decodes the Andy Griffith Show.
It sure was slicker than a firehouse pole the way you took us all in.
That means you were very clever pulling a scheme on us. See if you can decode the Andy Griffith Show.
Weeknights at 8.
We've got fairly clear conditions out there this evening. That's kind of going to be the story this weekend as well. Maybe some cloud coverage. Temperatures in that 30-degree range. For tomorrow, press your luck. We're expecting mostly sunny skies, a few breezes, and those temperatures in the 40-degree range. Now, looking ahead to Thanksgiving, my friends, we are probably going to see blustery winds return, snow showers. You know, it's Thanksgiving up here. Those temperatures very cold, 20 to 30 degrees on Wednesday or on Thursday. And just a little checklist for your Thanksgiving. Make sure you've got your family, friends, food. Sarah pointed out nap outfit. I like that one. That's really good. Bad vibes. Gotta go. It's Thanksgiving. Gotta be thankful, right? And also a reminder, make sure you've got your winter gear prepped, ready to go for that snowfall that we could see next week. Our 7-day outlook for Escanaba staying fairly dry until possible storm there on Tuesday evening into our Thanksgiving.
Finally tonight, a return home for a sea turtle that was found tangled in a fishing net. A loggerhead turtle was released back into the sea off the coast of San Clemente del Tuyo in Argentina on Wednesday. The near 90-pound turtle spent 2 weeks being rehabilitated after fishermen found it tangled in their nets about 3 weeks ago. The turtle was found with water in its airway and received some treatment, including antibiotics, after it was taken to the rescue center. This footage was released by the Mundo Marino Foundation, showing the turtle making its way back toward the ocean after being set down in the sand. Just a slow and steady pace.
Do you know they make their way wherever they're born? They return there.
Really?
Later in life to
No
procreate.
way.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? And also, I don't know if they're the same turtles, but the ones on Maui, massive. They are huge. So you've never seen one like...
No, I've never seen a sea turtle in the wild before. Maybe someday. That does it for us for the week. We'll see you back here on Monday.
New Monday. For the first time, David Letterman returns to the Ed Sullivan Theater. Colbert and Letterman, Monday on CBS.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. My hose is lightweight.
Oh, no.
My hose will not kink.
Come on!
And my hose is anti-leak. It ain't those old hoses. This